conversation today. That's why we're recording this session. So once again, thank you all so much for being here with us. It is such a pleasure to be hosting this session today. So give me a thumbs up if you can hear me clearly and you're excited to be here. Like, you're as excited as I am to be here. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you, David. I really love a very active audience because you guys will be motivating me, right? So the more thumbs up I see, the more reactions I see. Thank you. I'm seeing it. Thank you so much. The more reactions I see, the more energized I am, right? To dish out all of the tips so that I don't skip anything, right? So this session is going to be a very, very insightful one. Thank you all so much for the thumbs up. It's going to be a very insightful one. It's going to be one that is worth your while. So please, if you have anybody who lives in the UK at the moment, or who is planning to also come to the UK but is looking for some form of maybe sponsorship and the likes, you might want to share this session link with them, because like I said earlier, right, it is going to be worth your while. Like, I am going to make sure that you get the most out of these next 2 hours, right? Yeah, it's going to be less than 1 hour, sorry, less than 2 hours, but I need to also take your questions, respond to some of your concerns and all of that. So we're going to be wrapping up in about 2 hours. So please stay with me, as it promises to be an amazing, amazing session. So the topic we're treating today is actually a very, it's actually a very interesting topic. Let me put it that way, because anything sponsorship, anything landing a job in the UK, it excites immigrants, right? Whether you relocated from Nigeria, you relocated from Ghana, relocated from India, right, to the UK, we always discover that getting a job in the UK is very tricky. And it's also not just about having the right skill, but about standing out in a particular market where nobody knows your name yet, right? Nobody knows your work ethic yet, and nobody knows your story. And this is an industry where you want to get a job. So it's very important to know how exactly you can stand out in a space like this. It's a new terrain for you. You're trying to navigate the space. So if you've ever sent out 100 or 100, don't let me say thousands, I don't want to exaggerate. If you've ever sent out numerous applications, please give me a thumbs up and heard nothing back, right? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, Oluleye, thank you, David. Thank you. All right, Marianne. David, I like this energy. Please let's maintain this energy till the very end of the session. Thank you, Oluchi. Let's maintain that energy. I like it. Okay, so you sent out numerous applications. You're not getting like any feedback. You're not hearing back and the likes, and you're wondering, okay, is it that the experience I have from where I am coming from does not count, or what exactly is going on? I mean, I have done something in this space that should mean something, but apparently having experience working on earth does not really mean anything, right? You need to have experience working in the UK. You need to have experience working in a context that they kind of understand and they can easily relate to. And you need to also have reference from a UK recruiter that can back up your claim of what you've done, how you've done it, and the results you've got, right? So the good news is there are jobs out there. Honestly, there are jobs out there, and a lot of people also get sponsored. But you need to know exactly how they are doing it, right? So the question we're going to be answering in this session is no, can it be done? No, it's possible, it can be done. But how can you do it, right? How did the people who have gotten jobs previously done it, especially the visa sponsorship jobs? And I promise you something, this session is not just about pointing out the problem, but actually showing you exactly how to get this, problem solved very fast, right? Exactly how to go about solving this problem very fast. So I have the answers and how you can actually jump on it very fast. That's essentially what the session is about. So we're not just going to say, oh yeah, visa sponsorship, this, there are ways you can actually be that person that gets visa sponsorship. So I'll share my screen real quick so we can, comment. So like I said at the start of this, the question is not whether this is possible. It is possible. So what we are going to be addressing is how exactly have the people who have gotten, visa sponsorship before done it, right? So let me wait for my screen to load, and it's done now. So if you're excited to be here as much as I am, give me another thumbs up. And also, I believe my screen is up now. Yes, my screen is up. Thank you, David and Audrey. Thank you. Okay, so like I said, the session is going to focus on how you can stand out. Remember I said earlier, right? The problem is not about, oh, do I have the proof? Do I have this? Do I have the skill? It is how you can stand out. And then these are also proven tips that have helped people land jobs and even some of our interns. So those tips are the things that I'll be showing you. So let's get straight into it, right? This session is actually brought to you by Amdari, and Amdari is a platform that helps professionals across the UK to gain real-world experience through internship. So what we do at Amdari is purely straightforward. We help you gain experience in tech, whether under data analytics, data science, data engineering, business analysis, project management, or cybersecurity, which we've broken down into 3 areas of specialization, right? That's SOC, ethical hacking, and GRC. So if you've taken a course in any of these career paths, give me a thumbs up. You've taken a course in any of these career paths, even if it's a YouTube course, even if it's Udemy, Coursera, or a boot camp, it doesn't matter if it's even advanced or even intermediate or beginner level, right? Yes, as long as you have foundational knowledge, not experience, knowledge of that domain. Amazing. Thank you all so much. So Amdari is a perfect place for people who are taking a course and they're trying to gain experience. Now, why is experience important? Because you need proof of what you've done before, right? Proof to recruiters that you are low risk. That's the reason why experience is important. I always tell people, experience is not a nice to have. It is a must have. It is how you build a strong foundation for your career. So when you try to skip that phase or that stage of gaining experience and you just go from, oh, I'm taking a course, let me apply to jobs. It's not you going about it the right way because you're skipping a very major part of it that makes you have a solid foundation. So if you've ever you've already, I mean, you all have indicated that you're taking a course, right? Now, if you've ever gone from taking that course to just applying to jobs straight, give me a thumbs up. Like you went straight to applying to jobs. Thank you. All right. You just went straight from, taking a course to applying to jobs. Yeah. Thank you, Daramola. So now the challenge with that is it's very important to make sure that you take the second step, which is gaining experience, because that's sometimes how you also get to have reference letter from the recruiters. But we're going to get to all of that subsequently. Let's focus on what we're discussing today, but everything is still tied together, I promise you. So we're talking about how you can stand out and gain experience in order to gain sponsorship. Because again, you cannot skip something that makes you have a solid foundation in your career. So we're going to be focusing on how you can have those proven experience, how you can also adopt the proven strategies that have worked, not just for people that we know, but for people that have also gone through Amdari, right? And they were able to land jobs with companies like Deloitte. I mean, my colleague played a video for us from one of our interns that landed a job with Deloitte. And that's how we have most interns in our program who are landing jobs with different organizations, different companies in the UK. So we're also going to take a look at the sponsorship maths, right? How to stand out in the UK job market. It is not just about you. It's about you and the recruiter. But if you skip the part where you also look at things from the point of view of the recruiter, you might not be approaching things with a winning mindset. So for you to approach things with the winning mindset, you need to look at things from your own point of view and from the recruiter's point of view. So it's about you and the recruiter, not just about the recruiter and not just about you. It's about both of you, right? So we will take a look at how all of that will work out. Now, there is also more details I'll tell you about how Amdari work experience can help you be that professional that is proven, be that professional that stands out, right? And is seen as low risk to recruiters, because when you're low risk, they see you as a wise business decision when it comes to hiring. So how you will make yourself a wise business decision to any recruiter in the UK, again, that's what we're going to be taking a look at, because at the end of the day, sponsorship is not charity, it's business. And the reason why I'm saying it like this is Most times people just go the route of, oh, I need sponsorship because my visa is expiring soon. So it's like pity card, and that's not how you should take a look at it, right? You need to see yourself as somebody that has so much value to offer. So when you position right, when you have that mindset, and then you position based on how that mindset is driving you, you will see that you go from, thinking that, oh, this is something that is like charity, to seeing it like a business exchange. I have value to offer, and then you need me because I have that skill, and I have it in such a way that it will be very hard for you to replace me or find somebody like me. Not like they are not out there, but it will be very hard. And who has the time to look the entire, UK tech job market before finding that right candidate, right? So if I already have you within my radar, I will want to work with you, right? So I wouldn't want to lose you. So how do you make that person that I will be scared to lose as a recruiter or as an employer? How can you make yourself that person that is scared, sorry, that every recruiter will be scared to lose? That's you taking a look at things from the mindset that helps you stand out. So, okay, I'll take questions definitely towards the end of the session, not even at the end, but towards the end. So please stay with me. And like I said, if you have any colleague or friends or family members that you know will benefit from this session, maybe their visa is expiring soon, maybe they've been struggling to get visa sponsorship jobs, or maybe this will just, help them by the time they get to that stage where they will need to start applying to jobs in the UK. Maybe they're currently doing their masters. Please ensure you share this link with them, because I always say one thing, right? What's better than being the only person winning in maybe a squad? It's you all winning together as a squad, right? So if you have any family member, please feel free to share this with them. So yes, I've been speaking, I've been saying a lot. So let me introduce myself to you. My name is Omonwi Victoria Samson. I am one of the co-founders at Amdari, and I'm also the Chief Technology and Business Officer at Amdari. Hello, Flora. So I have my background in software engineering. I've worked across product management and marketing. I have also worked across human capital development as a whole. So anything that has to do with helping professionals in tech to move from being job seekers to becoming job ready, you will see me there. Anywhere, thank you very much, Peter. Anywhere we're talking about helping people gain knowledge, gain the skill set needed in tech, you will also see me there. Thank you very much, guys. So this is why what we do at Amdari is very dear to my heart. And anytime you hear somebody say, I got a job, I am always very excited, because it is going as far as proving to us that what we're doing at Amdari is working. The problem we're solving is value. People really need this, and the structure and how Amdari is solving that problem is really helping them gain and achieve their goal, right? So it's always very exciting when I hear, oh, I got a job, oh, thank you, the CV revamp helped, and all that. And I promise you at Amdari, we have different professionals that work with you at different points in time to make sure that we achieve exactly the goal that you're here for, right? We help you achieve it, right? So quickly, I also have Ifemena Ipro. He's one of the co-founders of Amdari. He also has a wealth of experience working across the tech ecosystem, the data ecosystem to be very specific. He has worked across the UK, US, and Canada as a data science contractor. He has also worked as a business data support lead and also as a data analytics manager. Just to mention a few, he has worked with TISA UK, Teleflex Ireland, DPD Ireland, and also worked in consulting generally, right? And he has, worked across industries like financial services, logistics and supply chain, health tech, edutech, and also FMCG, just to mention a few. He is currently based in Canada. And trust me, I said earlier that what we do at Amdari is helping people gain experience and helping people transition into tech. And when we talk about transitioning, we're not just saying get the skill and then be in the job market. We're talking as far as helping you become that professional that lands the job. And Ifemena has, his track record helping over 10,000 people transition into tech. Then we have Adeza Suleiman. He's also one of the co-founders at Amdari. He's also a tech expert, worked across the data ecosystem, founded Tenalytics and also co-founded Amdari. He's worked in the UK, US. He has worked with Sahara Group. He has worked with FITC, and he has experience working in sports, financial services, edtech, and also energy, to just mention a few, right? So these are the brains behind Amdari. We built Amdari out of, a familiar pain point where everybody is at today. Oh, I just relocated to the UK. I'm trying to get a job. It's been a struggle because they are asking for experience, they're asking for this, they're asking for that. We have been there, and that's why we started Amdari. For people to gain experience, they need a job. But no company is willing to hire if you don't have proof of experience or what you've done. So we said, you know what? Let's create a platform and bring together professionals that would work with people trying to transition into tech so that it is easy for them to gain that experience. So we're pretty much lowering the barrier to entry at Amdari. And again, like I said, it's working because we have a lot of interns right now who have gone ahead to get jobs even before completing their internship. And I'll show you a couple of them as we proceed. So for everybody who just joined us, you're right on time. Thank you for joining the session. Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, because I think my screen just, okay, thank you very much, David. So everyone tells you oftentimes to apply to different jobs, apply here, thank you, apply here, apply there, and also ensure that you apply to companies sponsoring them, pray that you're, hired, pray that this, pray that that. It's not that they are giving you a bad advice, right? But it is not a winning strategy. Honestly, I would like us to take a look at things from different perspectives. This advice is not a wrong advice. Oh, apply here, apply. It is not a wrong advice, but it is not exactly a winning strategy. So the fastest way for you to actually get sponsored in the UK is to make sure that you prove that you are worth the risk. Remember what I said earlier. They do not know you. They are getting familiar with you for the first time, most likely, right? And everything is just during an interview. And a 30 minutes conversation, 1 hour conversation, it's not enough for me to say that, oh, Martins can do the job. It's not enough for me to say that, oh, David can perfectly deliver, right? I can only take a gamble. But to a very large extent, I want you to convince me that you are worth the risk. It is still a risk, but I just want to be convinced that I can take this chance. I can take this leap of faith. But when I am not convinced, that's where you see that people get ghosted. People don't hear callbacks. People don't get invited for interviews. It is because you didn't give them enough reason to trust you, to see you as low risk, and to see you as somebody that is worthy of not just being hired, but also being sponsored. Some companies want to sponsor straight up. Some just want to work with you for a couple of months, maybe contract based, or you working freelance with them. They just want to feel the pulse of how you work, the energy you bring to work, the soft skills that you possess, so that they will be able to say, okay, I think we can work with this person long time. I think we should bring this person on board. So your job is not just to apply to jobs randomly. You need to have a winning strategy. And that winning strategy is what exactly we show you here at Amdari. And that's exactly what this session is about, like I said. So as I mentioned earlier, one of the major ways that people fail to land sponsorship is because of the mindset. You think it's them helping you. Honestly, as long as you're bringing value to the table, you are helping them also. But how do you show them that I'm here to help you? You need me as much as I need you. We both need ourselves. We're exchanging value, right? So if already your mindset is wired in such a way that you're positioning and putting yourself out there as though, oh, I need a favor, I need sponsorship, my visa is expiring soon, and all of that, they will not see you as a wise business decision. They do not, it shouldn't be a PT card thing, right? It should be a value card thing. I am bringing this to the table, and this is what you most likely will lose if you don't work with somebody like me. So the ones that win are those ones that make companies know that you need me, right? When the companies know that they are dependent on your skill, your value, because again, it's not like there are no people out there that can do reports. Before you find somebody that can replace certain people, you would search, right? And nobody has that time to again take a look at the entire talent pool in sorry, I wanted to say talent one of our products here at Amdari. So it is until they take a look at the entire talent pool before they can find another person. Nobody has that time. So when they know that they have somebody within their radar, they are willing to keep you. I promise you. So sometimes what you need is to know how to get in, get your foot in the door, and show them value, deliver exceptionally, and sponsorship becomes a wise business decision. Like they just know that, okay, I have to sponsor this person. So the reason why I said earlier that please, when it comes to getting visa sponsorship, don't think about yourself alone. Think about the recruiter, because again, everything we're talking here is the mindset, because it is what will shape your approach and how you approach things. I'm saying approach a lot, right? It is what will shape your mindset and how you approach things, because sponsoring you is not free for the company. They are spending money, right, on compliance, paperwork, and everything else. So for them to know that this is a wise business decision, then they need to know that you're bringing something back to the table, right? And you are worth that amount they're about to spend on you, because with your type of skill and your value and your exposure, they can make more, right? Because again, you are very valuable. You're that skilled. You're that, you're that elite in terms of what you can do. So they are spending money on license fees, spending money on legal papers and paperwork, and also compliance audit. So they also have to put into consideration your salary, and remember the clause of making sure that you exceed it or you meet the salary threshold. So putting all of this into consideration, everything is costing the company a lot already. It's costing the employers a lot already. So they just need to know that, okay, if I'm spending 5K to 10K on this person, I have the possibility of making times 5, times 10, times 7, times 4 of this back with what this person can do. So when they look at you, when they speak to you, when they are interviewing you, they are asking, if I spend this money on this person, is this person going to deliver as much as I would want? Is this person going to save us money, make us money, right? Is this person going to be low risk? Do we need to still train this person, or this person is already going to jump on board and hit the ground running from day one? Now, if all of the conversation they have with you is not signaling all of this or any of this, then you will not hear from them. That was why I said earlier that don't position yourself as a charity case. That's not what you are. You are valuable. You're bringing value to the table. So make the recruiter see this. When they see this, they will have no reason to doubt, right? Again, it's already a risk. Trust me, they don't know you. And 30 seconds and everything you say, even if it's convincing, is not enough to say that's the entirety of who you are. There's still so much to learn about you. There's still so much to get familiar with as it relates to you. But do you have enough right now for them to trust? Do you have enough for them to make a decision upon? If you're not giving them enough, there is only one answer, right? They move on. So Rakesh, we're going to get to that. We do that for you here at Amdari 100%, and I'll show you how that helped somebody get a job and helped a couple of other people even get so many interviews and land jobs. So instead of asking who will sponsor me again, and instead of thinking, oh, I need sponsorship and all of that, you need to think it. How can I make a company need me so badly that the only option is sponsorship, right? Because, oh, my visa is expiring. Oh, really? Is there a way we can sponsor you? Is there a way this or that? They will want to keep you, right? And it's very possible. And I'll share how this has also played out in my own story. Again, everything I am sharing on this session today is based off of personal experience, working with other people who have also, benefited from certain approach and winning strategies. And those are the things that I'll be sharing. So what we miss when it comes to applying to jobs as immigrants is we just think that sponsorship is something that somebody will just pity us and give us because, okay, my visa is expiring. But that's not how you should see it, right? How you should see it is you make yourself indispensable and you become a wise business decision. As long as they need you on the team, they will do anything to keep you on the team. But if you don't give them a reason to need you, they won't really lose anything if you're no longer on the team, right? That's why you see some people trying to resign and the company would go to any length to make sure that, okay, please, is it the money? We can increase your salary. We can, promote you if it's promotion and all of that. They will do anything to keep you on the team. But if it's not much of value you're bringing to the table, okay, yeah, we can always find somebody. Sometimes they even have it in mind that, okay, let me move on. This might be an opportunity for us to get someone better, right? So I have a lot of links on this slide of mine, and I would really love you to have access to it. For example, the list of over 133,000 companies that are sponsoring in the UK. And the updated list is what I have. This updated list was as at yesterday, right? The most recent updated list. All these companies sponsoring 133,000 plus, and I have it attached to this slide. If you would love to receive this slide so that you can have access to it, please fill the form that my colleague is dropping in the chat. She's dropping this form for attendance. You would receive the link to this slide, and we will also even send you that particular slide. That particular sheet containing the visa sponsoring companies in the UK alongside the roles they are sponsoring for. So if you'd love to have access to that, please ensure that you fill the form, because that is how we can send it to you. All right. So thank you all so much for following. If you're having fun, please give me a thumbs up. Motivate me, guys. Motivate me to share all of the tips. Thank you, David. Guys, if I want to share something at the end of the session, you see that David is the person that will receive it, because he's giving me that energy that I really like. So for everyone who recently joined, welcome to the session. So when it comes to working with a company, right, I need you to look at it like this, like dating. You don't propose on the first date, right? You don't propose on the first date. You will talk to the person for a while, get to know them, get to be familiar with their personality. Is this somebody I can live with? Is this somebody I see myself in the future with? Is this somebody I want to spend the rest of my life with, right? Because any form of relationship still needs some form of, connection, and you agree with the personality of the person. That's why I always tell people, honestly, there is something called personality hiring. You need to be charming during an interview, because sometimes they just like you so much, they're like, nah, I would like to work with this person. So your CV has done the work. You're already in. You're already being interviewed. You need to be charming enough for them to like you and say that, let's give this person a chance. Because again, like I said, 30 minutes is not enough to say that you know this person. They still need to get familiar with. Now, that's where courting comes into the picture. We are talking sponsorship now. Them hiring you and trying to know how you work and trying to just, sometimes it can be freelance, sometimes it can be contract, maybe 6 months contract, and it becomes something that they sponsor you for a full-time role, and also, pay for your relocation and everything like that. They have used a couple of months to get familiar with. So most times what you need is to get your foot in the door. It's not sponsorship you need from the get-go, right? Daniel, how can I get CV in a way that will land you? We'll get to that. Like I said, this session is not to talk about problem, but to show you the solution. I promise you. Every question you have, there is an answer to it, and there is an immediate action you can take to make sure that you're that person that in 3 months' time you're talking about getting a job. Because again, this is no BS. People have gotten jobs just 7 months into the program with Amdari. Sorry, 7 weeks, not 7 months, 7 weeks. 7 weeks into the program, 8 weeks, 3 months, 4 months in, they get jobs, right? So this can be you by December, January. You can be, saying you're starting 2026 strong, you've landed a job and all that. So you need to stop asking for sponsorship sometimes before you show value. Most times, again, the winning strategy is get your foot in the door, right? So when you get your foot in the door, deliver value, prove yourself worthy, and sponsorship follows. Again, this has worked for me, and I'll share how that works for us. Now, let's talk about the winning strategy. The best way to become sponsorship worthy. We need to take a look at things from the recruiter's point of view, because you're already familiar with your own point of view. And I've said you need to flip it. Your point of view, if it has always been seen sponsorship as them doing you a favor, it's not a favor. They need you. But how do you make yourself that person that is needed, right? It's because how do you make yourself that person that is needed? By delivering value. So if you deliver value, they will definitely not want to lose you. So let's take a look at things from their own perspective now. Because when you are able to think like the recruiter, you're able to position yourself in a way that will be charming to them, because you already know what they want to see. So you're already selling to them exactly what you know will interest and excite them. But if you don't know what exactly will interest and excite them, you might not be using the winning strategy, right? So if a UK recruiter spends XYZ amount of money sponsoring you, we've already spoken about it. They're spending about 5K to 10K to sponsor you. So if they're spending this much money, can you prove that you are worth 70K back, 50K back, 80K, 40K? Can you prove that you can also save them this much? Or are you just another cost? Because if you're coming across as another cost, oh, we're just doing them a favor, they might not really prioritize your own application. They will end up prioritizing and speaking to that person that is showing them that they are worth the risk, right? So what exactly makes you look like a cost and not a valuable person to the recruiter? When you're not able to show measurable impact, like £0 made for any company, 0% increase made for any company, 0% churn rates reduced for any company. You don't have any proof to show that you have been able to help a company go from point A to point B. You don't have a proof to say that I used this tool within my domain to solve this problem for this company in this industry, and this was the result gotten. This is how we're able to help them. This was the outcome. If you're not able to say this during an interview via your CV, you will not be able to get them to be interested in speaking to you any further, right? You're saying risky. That's what you're saying to them. So that's how you show them that you're a cost, but you don't want to show them that you're a cost. So the opposite of this is what you have to do. You need to have worked on projects. You need to have had exposure working in the UK, right? And a perfect place to even start is with the Amdari Work Experience internship, because this internship comes with a reference letter. You don't wait until you're done with your internship at Amdari to even receive your reference letter. You receive your reference letter from, while you're still running the internship, because you already started applying to jobs, right? We encourage our interns to start applying to jobs from week 5. Now, week 5, because you would have worked on 2 projects by that period, because every project at Amdari takes 2 to 3 weeks, right? So by week 5, you most likely have completed 2 projects, and we revamp your CV to the UK standard, ATS compliant, keyword optimized, and we make sure that it is showing measurable impact. It is speaking in pain points, because this is a language that any recruiter, regardless of industry, will understand. They might not understand the technicalities of what you do, because again, I'm a recruiter. It doesn't mean I'm a cybersecurity professional. It doesn't mean I'm a data analyst. It doesn't mean I am do you get? So recruiters are not exactly technical professionals within your domain. So if you're speaking in pain points, then they understand. I can start a company today and say I am hiring a cybersecurity person. Now, when I introduce myself, from my profile, you saw that I didn't say I'm a cybersecurity professional, right? So that is already telling you that if I am interviewing a cybersecurity professional, I would have a cybersecurity expert on the table, or that's on the panel of interviewers. But I would also need you to speak in pain points, because that's a universal language for every recruiter, right? Now, when you're speaking in that language, they can easily tell that, okay, and they're already imagining how you can bring this same skill set to their company, right? So you need to speak in a language that they will easily understand without having to, if not, they'll just move on. So we help you make your CV ATS compliant, keyword optimized, and make sure that you're able to grab the attention of the recruiters. And that lands you an interview also, right? So when you're also just being very generic with your skill, oh, I am proficient in Excel, I am a team player, I am a good communicator, you will not be able to get their attention. Remember, the session is about standing out, not doing the bare minimum, not doing the basic, and not doing what 500 other people are doing. It is about doing what other people are most likely missing. And by virtue of being on this call today, honestly, I feel you're already in the right direction, because you're already doing what majority of the people are not doing. Now, speaking generic means saying I am proficient in Excel, but speaking in pain points and value is speaking, I used Excel to solve this problem for this company, and this was the result. This was the outcome, right? I used Excel to solve this problem for this company, they will understand the problem, even if it's not their industry. Then you're speaking in outcome, figures, right? You're speaking in figures and all. Then you're saying you're a team player, but you don't have a story to back it up. There is something I always say: tell me you're a problem solver without telling me you're a problem solver. That's the best way to tell a recruiter that you gained exposure and you've worked in an environment. And it's like saying, oh, there was a time we we're working on something and I realized that the particular landing page we were building was going to take 2 weeks. So I said, okay, instead of us building multiple, sorry, I realized that a particular website we were building was going to take a couple of weeks, and the company needed to launch that campaign fast. So I said, okay, can we drop the landing page first, right? Let's drop the landing page first, and then we can, make the remaining updates as we go. You're a fast thinker, you're a problem solver. You're already thinking, okay, instead of having delay, instead of having a pause, there is a better way to go about this. You're speaking like a smart professional already. You're speaking like somebody that thinks like a leader. You're already becoming charming to the recruiter. If you agree with me that speaking in this manner would make any recruiter see you as, okay, I would like to hear more, give me a thumbs up. If you feel like this would make you start looking, this would make any recruiter start getting interested. Exactly, they will start getting interested. Just speaking about things like this, you're already saying so many things in just one story. You're saying exposure, you're saying teamwork already, you're saying stakeholder communication, because who did you tell that, oh, it would be best for us to build a landing page instead of the entire 5 pages? You told the stakeholders. Who were the people you were having this conversation on, what to do and everything? Your teammates. So you're already talking all of this in just one story, right? So the best way to also have this type of stories to tell is with an experience, right? Or if you just say, oh, I'm a team player, and you don't have a story to back it up, you are not convincing. I'm not saying you're lying, but I'm not convinced. That's just the mindset. I'm not saying you're lying. Oh, you're a team player, okay, but I'm not getting those things that would make me say, okay, yeah, sure, right? So when I have another person I'm speaking to, maybe I'm speaking to Daramola, and Daramola is telling me these stories, painting all of these pictures, I'm convinced. I'm like, okay, tell me more. I might have follow-up questions that will make Daramola expose more or share more, and I'll get to know more, and I'll know without any reasonable doubt that he has experience. Then you're also speaking, and you're not speaking in UK context, right? You're saying Naira. You're not in the UK. How can I know if you making 1 million Naira for a company is a major, thank you very much, Edward. If you saying that you made 1 million Naira for a company is a major feat, right? Speak in a currency I can easily understand, right? That is relatable to me. Now you're speaking in Naira, you're speaking in, what's this Indian currency also? You're speaking in all of these currencies that I don't understand. And there is another person that is speaking in GDPR, Prince 2, ISO 27001, Agile, and every other thing that I can easily relate to here in the UK. I can already see you, Lupis, thank you very much. I can already say that, okay, yeah, I mean, I'm convinced by this person because the figure they are calling, I can already quickly do the math. Is it a lot? Is it not much, right? So you need to be able to speak in UK context. Now let's take a look at the sponsorship math. Sponsoring you costs 7K or more, right? Legal fees, compliance fees, paperwork, and everything. Now, if you can show that you will make them or save them a very large amount of money, you will get sponsorship. It's not you saying, I can make you 50K. No. Again, like I said, sure, right? But am I convinced? So it's not about saying those words verbatim. No, it's not about being verbatim at this point in time. It's about sharing stories, instances where you have been a star employee somewhere, right? Where you've been an A player somewhere. It's about sharing those instances that would make me see that you are somebody that takes initiative. It's about sharing those stories that would make me see that you're somebody that thinks on their feet. Honestly, these are little signs, not even little, they are major signs that already tells any recruiter that you are going to be worth the risk, you are going to be worth taking that chance on, right? So whether it's them sponsoring you up front or you getting your foot in the door first, you need to make sure that they see this side of you. And the only way to do it is not by saying it verbatim that, oh, I'm a team player. I will save you 50K. I'll make you 50K. It's about having instances where you have been that star team member, where you have been that A team member, right? So stop begging for sponsorship upfront. Flip the game, like I said. Get in, deliver relentless value, and then make sponsorship their problem. Make it their headache. You making it their headache is you making sure that you've done your homework, you delivered, you are always delivering, you're so reliable, you take initiative. All those soft skills are also things that you can only have when you have worked in a team. Because taking a course alone, I mean, we all have taken courses at one point in our lives, while even still most likely taking more courses. You know that you're doing it in isolation. You're learning alone. You're not working with a team. You're not reporting to anybody. You're just doing assignment, capstone project. That's just the best that can come from our traditional learning. So flipping the game of how you learn is by making sure that you learn by doing, because information retention is only possible when you are continuously practicing. But if you're just digesting theoretical stuff, right, it is going to be tricky for you to remember certain things a month later, 5 months later. You would start forgetting little by little. Yes, you won't forget everything all at once, but little by little, you will be forgetting some things. And that's how, you start even doubting yourself that I've forgotten. I was speaking to somebody 2 days ago, and honestly, this person cannot remember all the tools that he learned while taking a course. It's not because he's not smart. No, it's natural. We are human. That's the capacity of our cognitive side, right? We will forget when we're not practicing. So practice makes perfect or mastery. Let me just say practice makes mastery, not perfect, right? Practice makes mastery. Practice will make you competent. Practice will make you confident because information is fresh. Thank you, Febisola. Febisola, I believe. Thank you. So practice will make you perfect. Practice will make you gain mastery. Thank you, Titi. Practice will make you also gain confidence and also competence. But when you're not practicing, you will start forgetting. So the best that can come from theoretical type of learning is isolation and also capstone project, tests, and the likes. That's all. So you are the one that will do yourself that favor. Make sure you expose yourself to an environment that helps you to continuously practice, even when you've not landed a job. And the only thing even stopping you from landing a job is because you're not at that point where you are convincing yet. And you being convincing is about having those soft skills that will tell recruiters that you can deliver, right? Having those soft skills that can also only be gotten when you've worked in a team. And the best way to just have this is through internship. And Amdari gives you that. So Amdari gives you that avenue where you get to work in a team, get to work with team leads and also communicate with stakeholders. So you're not working alone and you're not working in isolation. And let's take a look at how you can actually take advantage of all of the winning strategies that I'll be sharing with you today. We're already at that point, right? So you need to target companies that are already hiring immigrants. I have a list of this right here. If you click on this link, or when you click on this link, you're going to be redirected to my sheet that has a list of over 133,000 jobs in the UK that are currently sponsoring, right? Trust me, I said I'm going to do my research and give you every value that will make you move from the point that you are right now to the point that you want to be, right? So I've put together and compiled this. So if you would like to have access to this, please fill the form that my colleague just dropped again, because this will be going to your email latest tomorrow. If you don't get the email today, you will receive it tomorrow. And honestly, the best time to always start taking action is yesterday, right? So you being on this call today, I already even appreciate you for that, because I can see that you are committed to anything that will help you do. And that's the beautiful thing. Learning has to be lifelong. Most times, some people will get a job and just relax. You heard what I said about getting a job and continuously delivering value. And you can only continuously deliver value when you're constantly learning, you're constantly abreast of the trends in your industry, because delivering value comes with always coming up with those great ideas every time, not just sitting, relaxing, and just waiting for the person that will give you a direction or micromanage you. So you need to work on yourself as a professional, because I believe nobody wants to be stagnant, even in your current place of work. That's why everybody is here, right? So you need to be very strategic. Companies like Accenture, Deloitte, PwC, and even NHS Digital are already giving sponsorships, right? And they are listed on the Home Office register, which is what I have here, like I said. So you need to be able to be that professional that is worthy of being hired by these people. And the beautiful thing is, Amdari did it. Like, we were able to help one of our interns land a job with Deloitte. And you can see the conversation with him and his team lead. So his team lead sends us a message and says, my intern landed a PM job at Deloitte. His team lead's name is Brown. He's one of our project management team leads for our project management interns. Now, for every intern that comes into the program, you have a team lead. That's the person working with your team. And these team leads are professionals with close to a decade experience working in that particular domain. So let's say Sulaimon is coming on board as a cybersecurity professional. I'm using cybersecurity as an example, by the way, Sulaimon. So let's say he's coming on board as a cybersecurity professional and he wants to practice, he wants to gain experience as a SOC analyst. He will not be trained or intern under a generalist in cybersecurity. No, he will be led by a SOC analyst in that field. The same thing with GRC, the same thing with ethical hacking, the same thing with project management and the like. You are working closely with somebody with over or close to a decade experience within that domain. So you're not working with a fellow intern, you're not working with someone else who is also trying to figure things out. No, these are people that can tell you exactly how to position yourself, how to ace interviews, and they are not the ones that will even prep you for interviews. We now have the employability specialists, right? So their own role is also to help you prep technically, right, and know how to sell yourself technically and impact you with those projects from some of our business partners that would also make sure that you are that standard candidate. So every project you work on at Amdari is not a random project, it's not a practice project. They are projects from actual businesses that have been put together to make sure that you gain experience when you work on them, solve a problem for them, and get a solution for them, right? So all of these projects, and these businesses are across different industries. So let's say you're enrolled today, you will be working on 5 to 6 projects. That's 5 to 6 different industries, and that's 5 to 6 different companies, right? This is how much we expose you to, things that can help you gain experience. Now, the message from Francis to his team lead says, one name, which is brother in Igbo, for the non-Igbo speaking people on the call. Brother, I just got a call from Deloitte that the interview was successful, starting onboarding in August. To God be the glory. And then his team lead says, brother, this has made my week. Congratulations. And then Mr. Francis says, now you do pass, up Amdari, up Mr. Brown. You can look up Mr. Francis on LinkedIn. You can see right here, project management consultant at Amdari, right? And looking at the date stamp here, it says March 2025, and he got a job in July, because here he said to starting onboarding in August. He sent in this message in July, right? Not today, in July. So that's how this internship has helped people even land jobs with companies that are sponsoring, right? And Mr. Francis is actually in the UK now. This is the list I mentioned to you that I have. Sorry, I don't know why my hand is going off. And clicking on this link will redirect you to see all of these companies that are currently hiring and how you can just take a look at it. It's a very long list. It's a very long list, right? And you can take a look at how you can shoot your shot and, be the only person competing against yourself. Because I always tell people, we had a session 2 weeks ago where I talked about the hidden job market. You might also want to take a look at that by going to Amdari YouTube channel. Just type in the hidden job market and the strategies to land a job in the UK. There are so many strategies that I shared on there as well. Now, the second point I'd like you to take a look at is for you to know how you can take the short-term contract or freelance gigs, right? So, one of the major things you need to note is that sometimes getting your foot in the door is the best way to get sponsorship, because sometimes they just want to know if you're going to be worth the risk or not. They don't want to take the chance first. They want to just work with you first. And sometimes the plan is not even to sponsor, right? The plan is just to hire you. And then because you're so good, because you're delivering so much, they end up hiring you. But before you do that, also you need to be very strategic. Like I said, make sure it's already a company that can sponsor you. Make sure it's already approved, because even if sponsorship is not part of the deal at first, I promise you, you can get sponsorship, and that's because you worked for it. Now, this is my own story. Now, here I shoot my shot to the DM of a recruiter, right? And what I actually a founder, not a recruiter, not yeah, a founder, not a recruiter. Why I did that? Excuse me. I did this 4 months into my internship. Why I did that, I don't really know exactly, but I was following this person consistently. And I said to myself, honestly, this is somewhere I will really, really like to work. This is a type of organization I would really like to work. But then there was no job vacancy. So I sent a DM to the founder of the company. But before I sent the DM, I checked my page and I said, do I look like somebody that this person would respond to? The answer was no. Nothing about my work was on my page. Nothing about what I could do or what I had done was on my page. Nothing was screaming or speaking um, um, job opportunity. Sorry, nothing was screaming experience or exposure on my page. So I said, okay, the worst that can happen when I send this person a DM is he will ignore my message. And the good thing, the best that can happen is he would respond. But I don't just want a response. I want one that will get me the job. So let me look like the person that this person can hire. I went on my page, deleted every relevant thing, and then I started posting stuff from my internship days. I was still interning, by the way. So I started posting stuff from my internship, like when I was speaking at Google Developers Group. Thank God I didn't decline that, it felt like I was being stretched because that was my first meetup as a tech person. And then I was challenged to speak, and I was like, okay, what's the worst that can happen? I'll disgrace my generation and my village people, right? But then I was like, well, it's worth the chance. So I took it. I went and I had pictures from there, and that was one of the things I put on my page. I also went to Kotlin meetup, right? Kotlin is a programming language. I also posted about it. I had a couple of images from that, period of my life, and then some code from my office space. Like that's where I was doing my internship. I would snap my screen and everything. I had them, but I just left them on my laptop. I never posted on my phone rather. I never posted them or anything like that. So this was like the opportunity to just show off and post. Because again, I just want this person's attention. So sometimes when we post, honestly, it's just because you don't know who is checking and you don't know when you need an opportunity. So imagine I need to apply for Tech Nation, and that's when I now start posting. I don't think I'll get it because it's like, okay, you just started posting 2 weeks ago. Because I sent this person a DM 2 weeks after I had posted. I was like, no, I'm not sending him a DM now. I'm sending him a DM in 2 weeks' time. Let me allow this post to breathe. I sent him the DM, and this is the conversation. So I said, I just decided to send you a DM because I find your post inspiring and I really look forward to probably working with you. And he was like, work with me? That would be nice. Please bear in mind that my page is already screaming a lot, right? And my bio already wrote what I did, front-end developer, product marketer, and everything like that. It was already on my bio. So, and I said, that's if you don't mind, sir. And I said, what do you do? I said, I'm a web developer. Just completed Google Digital Marketing Skills for Africa, and I was awarded a certificate. I was being very obvious there. So, and I said, so I'm currently trying to apply all I have learned from the course by building. Now, I am talking about things I am doing at the moment to make sure that he knows that I am exposed, right? There's also a part of the screenshot where I told him that I was, currently an intern at that time, right? Because I was still an intern. So, and I said, I'm currently trying to apply all I learned from the course by building an e-commerce website for my sister's business and applying the SEO and SEM strategies to make her business get in front of prospects. I'm still a student, though, final year computer science. I said, I'm currently working on an app. It's my first mobile app development. I sent him the link to see the app. I sent him the link to my GitHub, again, because of space, because of screen size and all. This is just all. So I just wanted you to see the part of the conversation, that's the initiation and then the end. So the middle part was where I told him about my internship, links to my GitHub and everything like that. So this is the following day. So this conversation was the night before, and this was the next day in the morning. So everything happened in less than 24 hours, and I got the job in less than 24 hours. Because after this conversation, okay, of course, you can see here, drop your number. I dropped it, he called me, and I got the job on that call. Remember what I said about being charming, right? You need to be very charming when you're speaking to people because there is something like personality hire. Now, the beautiful thing from this particular conversation and me landing this job is this job ended up sponsoring my relocation 7 months after. I didn't know there was anything like relocation, sponsorship, yada yada. I just wanted to get a job. I liked this company. I saw it as a company that would stretch me, right? That would make me that professional in just a short period of time. And honestly, it happened, but it just came with sponsorship again. So when I got the job, I was delivering value steadily, right? And the reason why I was doing that was because I wanted to go from being entry level, because I was hired entry level, right? So I wanted to just get a senior role, prove more points that you can rely on me, you can trust me, I can do the job, you can trust me with more responsibilities. That was what I did. I didn't know that saying you can trust somebody with more responsibilities meant even getting more perks. So the relocation sponsorship was one of the perks that came with it, right? So that's why I keep saying, please get your foot in the door for sometimes what you need. And I mean, I got my 7 months in, not 1 year in or anything like that, right? Another great thing is hybrid or remote roles. In my case, it was hybrid, sorry, remote, fully remote. It was after the relocation was sponsored that I became on site. And then we went hybrid at some point. But did you get the point, right? So hybrid or remote roles. Why this matters is because UK firms sometimes test talent from abroad on contract before offering relocation sponsorship. Again, my story, right? So you need to be able to be that professional that shows that you can deliver. And you never can tell how the story is going to play out. But just the one that you know, which is yourself, your side of the story, make sure that you are that professional that can be trusted with more. When you prove that you can be trusted with more, they will easily rely on you. This is another intern of ours that got a job, right? Now he sends this message to his team lead and he says, "Hi Emeka, I just wanted to officially let you know that I have landed a data analyst role within the civil service and it's a level promotion too. I was asked to prepare a presentation on any data analytics project. I edited and submitted our first project, not second, not third, not last project. No, the first project he worked on at Amdari. He said it saved me a lot of time and gave me confidence. Of course, it will give him confidence because he did the work. He lived that reality. He's not making it up. He's not cramming it. He's not cramming from whether what somebody said, oh, this is what you say when they ask you this. He's not saying it from what he saw on YouTube. Oh, say this to any question like this in an interview. No, he lived that reality. That is, so he was able to confidently ace the interview. The CV we revamped for him got him the interview. He got in and he was able to pass his assessment test with one of the projects he has worked on at Amdari, actually the first project. And then when he was asked about data acquisition, he said, I spoke about the SQL project when they asked about data acquisition. So the more projects you work on, the more you are able to show them that I've actually worked in this space. I'm not a newbie. I have exposure. Now he says, thanks for your mentorship, Emeka. Take your flowers. And Emeka is like, I am proud. Emeka is his team lead, by the way, like I said. The link to listen to Jerry is also here. So I'll be sharing this. So you can listen to our interns share their story and how the internship helped them get a job. Now, I said something about delivering value relentlessly and showing that you are that person that can be trusted. And not just trusted to get the job done, but trusted to actually do more. Trusted to step in when needed. Trusted to show up and be reliable at any point in time, right? So once you are in, don't just do your job. Do it so well that you are hard to be ignored and ensure that you deliver value every now and then, right? Being reliable is a magic trick that would always help you be that professional that comes to the mind of your line manager or the executive team and all of that. And please learn to toot your horn, right? Don't toot it only your line manager. Let everybody, especially the senior management, also know, because these are the decision makers, right? And when they know, it's hard to have anybody blocking, the opportunity of growth within the company. So you also need to make sponsorship the company's problem. When you've done everything I've said, especially delivering value relentlessly, showing that you are that person that can be trusted with more and being very reliable, then you're at that point where you're able to show them that I am a wise business decision, right? You need me on this team. And that's how they will know that, okay, we can take the next step with this person, right? So Amdari website has a lot of visa sponsorship jobs. Why am I sharing this? Because for every intern in the Amdari program, you have access to this job board for free. Now, these visa sponsorship jobs, we get them from actual paid platforms. And then we have our API that we've connected to these platforms, and we fetch jobs from these platforms every now and then, every day, right? These jobs that we fetch are here, and you can apply to them every time. It's across different companies like Meta. If I was able to, you can see that you can still scroll down and also scroll up. So we have even the ones posted today, we have the ones posted a few days ago and all that. When you scroll up or down, you're able to see more jobs like the NHS job that is available, and it's across different fields. Every field in cybersecurity, data science, data analytics, that's all the jobs that we fetch for on our platform. So you're able to easily apply. Now, this is an example of how our interns are landing jobs. So this person says, "Hi Jennifer, I just want to thank you and the Amdari team for the amazing work you guys are doing. May God bless you all. Guess what? I just landed a job. The past 2 weeks have been busy for me because I was preparing for interviews. I finally got the job. Thank you so much." And you can see she sends this message to Jennifer, who is our team lead. And then here we have, "I started getting interviews after joining Amdari. The CV revamp really helped." So this is somebody that joined just in August, right? And we're just this, I think they're just no, she joined in September. So she's just like 5 weeks into the program or 6 weeks now, right? So, and if you'd love to listen to more and more people that are getting jobs, you can click on this and you'll be redirected to the page where we have all the people that I have personally interviewed. These are people that got jobs and I interviewed them. So if your CV and interview is making you look like a cost or an investment, then you might not, if it's making you look like a cost, then you might not get a job. Or if you look like an investment, then your chances of getting a yes is high because only one of these will get you sponsorship. And we already know which one, right? So stop marketing yourself as a job seeker and start positioning yourself as an asset. It is very, very important because that's how you become sponsorship worthy. So becoming sponsorship worthy is honestly not rocket science. It's just showing that you have the exposure, you have reference that can back up what you've done, right? And your story is also convincing. It's not made up, it's not anything like that. And flipping the strategy also, sometimes getting your foot in the door first, right, can really help you. So if you take these tips to heart and you implement them after this session, you can definitely come back and say, "Hi, Omomi, I got the job," right? So this is another person that has gotten a job in the course of this internship. Her name is Sandra. And I know I've been saying a lot. I would really love to play one video for us as we have the conversation. So I'll be taking questions real quick, right? I'll be taking questions real quick. So I'd like to play a video for us as we proceed. But before I do that, let's just continue. So Sandra got a job as a GRC analyst with a company. And what really made her get the job is this. The story is very interesting, right? She said something. "I applied to the job and the job was actually for a compliance role. It wasn't really GRC. But then when she spoke at length about GRC, what she had done and everything, the recruiter was like, 'I'm just hearing about GRC for the first time. And from the way you're putting this, I really think this is something we will need here.' Now, there's something called recruiters or founders or employers creating a role around you. Now, they didn't know about GRC. Remember what I said about me being a founder does not mean I know about your role, right? You are the domain expert here. So if you're schooling me, even during an interview, I already see you as, okay, that was what she did. How was she able to ace the interview? Because we have interview prep sessions with our interns every Thursday. Every Thursday, you have interview prep session. This is where we get to tell you how to sell yourself using the SEED framework and how to talk about the problems you've solved using the STAR framework. And also how to be that professional that aces an interview when we have a mock session with you. So we don't just leave it as instructional interview prep. No, this is meant to be experiential. Everything about Amdari is not theoretical. So even interview prep, if we have the mock interview one, where we have a panel that will be interviewing you. This happens every Thursday. You can volunteer this Thursday. You can volunteer another Thursday. Other people volunteer, you watch them, you listen to them, you learn from them, you gain one or two from the feedback they get from the panel, right? Either ways, whether you volunteer to be interviewed or you're listening or watching somebody that is being interviewed, you are learning, you're growing, you're gaining something. So when it comes to a time where you're interviewed, you're also gaining something from the feedback. And if you ace it, amazing. You get the feedback that lets you know that you are really, really ready. So either way, honestly, you are learning, you're growing. Whether you get a constructive criticism or you get a very good feedback, again, either ways, you're still winning in the entire experience, right? So the business sponsorship math is majorly about you qualifying and making sure that your job, your career path falls under the career paths that are currently being sponsored for. I'm talking about career paths that also meet the salary threshold, right? So your skill must be proven. How do you have a proven skill? You worked somewhere. You worked on a project in a business context, right? Not that it doesn't have business context and it's just random. Like you probably saw the project on Cargo, on Google, or a random platform. No. Actual projects that are backed by business context, which is what you get with Amdari. Remember I said this internship, you get to work on 5 to 6 projects. The internship is for 4 months. You get to work on 5 to 6 projects. You get to solve 5 to 6 different business problems, actual businesses. And you also get exposed to 5 to 6 different industries because these businesses are in different industries. So this is how your experience is positioning you to stand out. And you also have to make sure that your salary clears the threshold. So stop wasting time and start building proof, right? Make sure you have that proven proof, and Amdari can help you get started. So you need to choose a career that is currently being sponsored for. It is on the sponsorship list. Make sure that's the career path. We'll get to that. And then ensure you work on projects and build portfolio that collapses the learning curve. Remember what I said earlier. Traditional learning can only give you theoretical, capstone projects, or assessment questions, but not actual exposure to a team, stakeholders, team leads, team collaborative projects, or real business problems. No, capstone projects are just like exam that is set up in a school or project that is just set up for you to, solidify what you've learned, right? But with Amdari, you get actual stakeholder type meetings, client feedback, real business challenges. You also work with tools that really matter within your domain to solve actual problems. So you're not saying, I know how to use Wireshark, I know how to use Plum, I know how to use Confluence or Jira. No, you're saying, I use this to manage this team, I use this tool to solve this problem, I use this tool to document this process, I use this tool to create my process mapping, I use this tool, you're saying it, I use this to solve this problem, and this was the solution, this was the outcome, this is this is that. So that's exactly what you get with the internship, right? Now let's take a look at the roles that actually get sponsored and are seen on even the World Economic Forum, right? So roles like data engineering roles, business analyst role, cybersecurity roles, HR analyst roles, data analyst. I don't know if I mentioned that, cybersecurity roles, just to list a few. It's not limited to this, right? I am only calling the program that currently Amdari helps you gain experience in. We have more roles that are being sponsored for, right? Not limited to what you see on my screen, right? I am only focusing on the ones that we can help you gain experience in at Amdari right away. Now, I want us to take a quick assessment test. And I will like you to indulge me and participate in this assessment test with me. Now, I'm going to drop a link for us right now, and I'll share my screen. Now, this is the assessment page, right? Sorry, I went to get the link for you, and I skipped this meeting tab. All right. So I'm dropping the link right now. I would like us to, it's always very fun. It's always very fun and exciting, right? So when you click, and it's going to take us just about 1 minute. When you click on that link, it is going to take you to this job readiness page. Let us know how job ready you are, right? Because at the end of the day, becoming sponsorship worthy starts with being job ready. If you're not even ready to get a job yet, meaning you skipped that foundation I mentioned, where you get to work on actual projects, then you need to make sure that you take that opportunity today. So when you click on the link that I just dropped, click on start my free assessment. All right, click on start my free assessment. Once you do that, just click on the link I shared with you. Like I said, click on start my free assessment. You'll be redirected to this page. Click on start assessment and then just read each question and then tick the answer that applies to you. At the end of this, you're going to tell me your score because there is a score at the end of this session, okay? So you're going to tell me your score. So have you taken a course in any of these career paths? So if you've taken a course in any of these, select yes. If you've not taken a course, select no. Would be done in like 2 minutes. Okay, somebody dropped a message. Let me see who that is. Okay, it's a hand. Hi, Adeoti. Are you able to click on the link? All right. So let's proceed. So I'll take questions after this, right? So just click on this link. I believe you all can see my screen, right? So select which career path exactly. It can be any, right? Just select it, move on to the next. And then how many projects are currently in your portfolio? Select the one that applies to you. Do you have any projects in your portfolio? Do you not have any? Just select anything. Do you have a professional portfolio showcasing your work? If yes, select it. If no, select it. Click on next, right? Pick answer sincerely, right? So that you get an accurate result, an accurate step, like next line of action. On a scale of 1 to 5, how confident are you that your CV matches job descriptions in your field? So please make sure that you select it. In case your CV is not ATS compliant or keyword optimized or matches your field, select it how confident you are. Is it 1? That means you're not confident at all. Is it 5? You're super, super confident, right? So select any one. Is your CV keyword optimized? Yes or no? Select it. Go to the next one. Do you have an optimized LinkedIn profile? Just read it. If it's a yes, select it. If it's a no, select it. Do recruiters reach out to you on LinkedIn? Often, sometimes, or never, right? Select it. Click on next. So we're on the second to the last page now. Do you have at least one professional organizational reference? This is very important. I was speaking to somebody on Wednesday, and this person said that his friend didn't get a job because he couldn't get a reference from any UK recruiter. So select yes or no if you can get a reference, if you have it, right? So click on next. And the next thing is, do you know how to use the SIT approach to answer the question, tell me about yourself, right? That's skills, experience, achievements, and traits. Or if it's a yes, select it. If it's a no, select it. On a scale of 1 to 5, how confident are you? Also select it, the one that applies to you. And the very last one, do you know how to use the STAR approach to answer competency-based question? That's situation, task. Do you know how to use it? If it's a no, select it. On a scale of 1 to 5, how confident are you about this, your STAR approach during interviews? Select it and submit. Once you submit, you will click on get my results, right? Once you click on get my result, just type in your name, email address, phone number, and select your location. Just type in your location and then click on get my results. And you can see my results right here. I scored 30, right? So I'd like to know what you scored in the chat. So just type what you scored for me in the chat. So what was your score? So for me, I scored 30, and you can see my recommendations and areas that I can improve on. So just type what you scored in the chat for everyone that has taken this assessment. So just type what you scored in the chat, okay? Let's see what people scored. Okay, Sulaiman got 53, amazing. Daniel 14, NEBA 28, Kate 15. Wow, can you please share the link again? Okay, so let me just drop it again. So you would see your score live and direct. And okay, Shola 54, Vivian 67. Okay, that's great, Vivian. Mweni 56. Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. I had this assessment test a couple of weeks ago with some people, and it was like the scores were just hilarious. We really had a good laugh. It was so hilarious. Okay. Bingpe, I scored 35. Amazing. I'm glad you guys took this assessment test with me. I'm glad you guys did. You can also just click on see feedback to know areas that you can improve on. And you can just start here by clicking on this to, speak to an expert on how we can help you solve that problem exactly. Remember what I said, this session is not just about, oh, the problem. We are going to take a look at how job ready you are. And we can see that some people are 67% job ready, some people are 49% job ready. That's Adetula, Uluwaseyi. Being paid, there is work to be done. 35% is very low. So these are the different ways. So please make sure you take this test. I see the response coming in, your answers and the result that you've gotten. It's beautiful to see. It's just for us to assess ourselves. Victoria, I think I need to give you confetti. Victoria, my namesake. Let me give you confetti for having 75. That's the highest score so far. So well done, Victoria. All right. So now it's time to gain experience in the fields that employers are currently hiring for. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to gain experience in this field. Like you are ready to gain experience. Thank you, Daniel. Amazing. Oduleye. Obaro, thank you. Amazing. It's great to see all of the people that are ready. Maureen. Is David not here? David, where are you? Have you left? So are you not okay, David? I can actually see you. Are you not ready to? Okay. I'm not sure I saw your score, David. Did you take the assessment test also? Ebishola, amazing. Martins, awesome. Everybody's ready to gain experience in these fields that recruiters, or rather companies, are sponsoring for, which is great to see. Now, how Amdari helps you get this is by helping you gain mastery. Thank you, Salvi. Gain mastery. David, you scored 30. We need to work together. You need to do some work. Oh, Mutiu also 31. That's very close to David's score also. So at Amdari, we help you enhance your technical skills by giving you projects where you're able to apply these technical skills to solve actual business problems, to arrive at outcomes that every employer would want to see, right? And we help you with soft skills. Remember everything I've been saying about soft skills, soft skills, soft skills. You can only develop and build your soft skills when you work in a team, when you work with people, and when you don't work in isolation, when you report to stakeholders, when you report to team leads and the like. You get all this at Amdari. You also get your CV revamped, your LinkedIn optimized, and interview prep sessions every Thursday during your internship. And we also help you with reference letter, which you can even request for 2 years after your internship at Amdari. This is an example of another person that got a job. And she said that the reference letter she got at Amdari, or from Amdari, is one thing that really helped her. So I'd like us to listen to her, right? And hear how exactly this reference letter was instrumental in her getting a job, even after she was like the second, like there were two last men standing. Let me put it that way. They were the two last people standing, and she was picked. And she said the recruiter cited her reference being so airtight, and that's why she got it, right? That's why she got the job. So I'll quickly play the video for us so we can listen to her. So so if you can't hear her, give me a thumbs down so I can fix the audio, or it's going to play right now. But in case it starts playing and you can't hear anything, just give me a thumbs down and I will play the audio. I will fix the audio. So it's coming up. Why is the sound not playing it? Okay. So I think so it doesn't take too much of our time. I think I'll, leave it to come up while we continue. But I would really like you guys to listen to her and hear how the internship program was part of, or rather the reference was part of the things that helped her to get the job. So I'll come back to that video shortly. So this is another one that I really like. Now you can see that her job title matches what she later got hired for. She interned at Amdari as Information Technology Project Manager. and she got a job with the same job title. Now she got the job with Ethnis IT Limited in the UK, and take a look at when she started her internship, January 2025. She got the job in May. Sorry, she resumed in May. She got the job in April. So she got the job just 4 months into the internship. This is exactly how the internship program at Amdari sets you up. Now, if you sign up for the internship program today, for example, you will get to work on tools that are relevant in your field. Let's say you're on board as a data analyst. You work with tools like Excel, SQL, Power BI, Tableau, and just to mention a few. And you would gain different domain exposure and also work with different titles. On one project, you can work as a product analyst. On another project, you can be a supply chain analyst. Remember, I said you're working on 5 to 6 projects. So that's an opportunity for you to be a whole lot of things in just a short period of time. And honestly, it is not about how long, but actually how well, right? So the quality of the project that I'm doing is solid. Because I've had people ask me, oh, is 4 weeks, 4 months enough to get a job, right? People get senior level jobs from the experience they get at Amdari by just landing the job in 2 months, 3 months. Again, it's the quality of the project. We are deliberate. We know what we're doing. So we deliberately make sure that we give you those tasks that will set you up for proper standard and elite success. We're not just doing this just for doing sake, just to say, oh, we had 50 people enroll in the internship last month. Oh, we had 70. No, we're doing it to say we had people enroll and XYZ number of people were able to secure jobs. That's the beauty. That's what excites us. If you come in as a data scientist, you'll get exposed to working with tools like SQL, Power BI, Azure, AWS, Google Clouds, GCP, right? Google Cloud Platform and the like. So, and you get to work on some projects as forecast analyst, big data analyst, machine learning engineer. People ask me this a lot. Will there be machine learning projects? A lot of it. AI projects, definitely, right? So as a data scientist, you're exposed to things that really helps you become robust, like proper, all-round solid, right? And if you're coming on board as a data engineer, you get to work on different projects that exposes you to working with tools like Azure, AWS as well, GitHub, PySpark, Docker Studio, just to mention a few, a lot of cloud services, right? And you get to work on them as either a BI engineer or developer, ETL developer, AWS cloud engineer. People will always say, oh, I am actually interested in being a cloud engineer. Can I take part in this internship? Yes, you can, because we have projects that will expose you to so much regarding being a cloud engineer, from GCP to Azure to AWS, and also working as a big data engineer. Then for business analysts, you get to work with tools like Power BI. We make sure that the data analytics side of you is super solid and you have projects that back it up. So you're not just a business analyst that does process mapping or optimizing a process flow, or no. You're going to be a data informed person that can visualize, right? So it's not basic, that can also tell stories using data. And you'll be working with tools like Power BI, Excel, SQL, and then Draw.io, Notion, Jira, Confluence, to mention a few. And on some projects, you're a business process improvement analyst. On some, you're an operations analyst, change management analyst, process, just to mention a few, right? And for project management, you get to work on different projects as either Agile project manager, Scrum master, Scrum team facilitator, lean Agile coach, technical Scrum master, just to mention a few, right? And you'll be using tools like Confluence, Notion, Trello, Microsoft Project, just to mention a few, right? Then we have the SOC. You will be working with tools like Splunk, Microsoft Defender, Wireshark, Snort, Autopsy, Nmap, just to mention a few. On some projects, you are a log management specialist, SIEM engineer, security engineer, just to mention a few, incident response analyst also, and threat intelligence analyst. And we're also introducing even the AI security engineering side of things for our interns on the SOC. So that, AI is a thing now, right? So it would be good to also have that side to you. Then coming on board as ethical hacker, you'll be working on some projects as white hat hacker, On some projects, security analyst, on some red team operator, pen tester, or vulnerability researcher, just to mention a few. And you'll be working with tools like Nmap rather, Metasploit, Burp Suite, and the like. And then when you're coming on board as a GRC specialist, you will be exposed to working with tools like Excel, privacy tools, OpenSCAP, and just to mention a few. And you'll be doing a lot as it relates to compliance, legal, risk, and also general corporate governance, right? So here are just more interns that have landed jobs. Because of time, I will not be able to play this video. So let's come to the video I said I wanted to play for us earlier so that we can hear from her. If you can't hear the audio, give me a thumbs down. So I just want to play this video for just 1 minute, and then I'll start taking your questions after I show you how to secure your internship spot. Because the next cohort is actually starting on the 8th of November, right? So let's listen to it.
It was pretty good. And then the reference too from your hand was pretty tight, because they actually had to mention it that my references were head tight, that they were actually considering 2 people, but my references actually nailed it for me.
Amazing. That gladdens my heart. That really gladdens my heart. So I just wanted us to quickly hear how the reference was one of the things. I mean, like you heard us say, there were 2, but the reference was one thing that really helped her to stand out. So these are just more people that have gotten jobs. If you'd like to listen to them, the link is also attached to the slide from this session. So you can listen to how Laju got a data science job, all thanks to the internship program, how Lanre secured a business analyst role also in the UK. And this is more about reference also. Here you see, it says, Olayinka has nominated you to provide an employment reference for their application to Healthcare Ireland. And then right here we have this person, and they say the above named has been offered a position as a systems analyst with our company and has nominated you as a referee. So you can see that this is how our interns are consistently and continuously being able to secure jobs. So these are just more testimonials, but because of time, and so I can take your questions, I will not be reading more. But you might be wondering, what did they do differently exactly? Honestly, they worked on real-world projects, not in isolation, not solo. They had access to tech mentors and reviews. That's feedback from tech experts that they worked closely with. They learned to speak workplace language, where you're able to say, I'm a problem solver without saying it, because you have a story that is already doing that for you, right? They also got visible on platforms like LinkedIn. So, and also becoming attractive on these platforms is very important. So we help you optimize your LinkedIn, and that helps you become visible. So when a recruiter searches for a data engineer in the UK, someone like Peter Salako can come up. When they say data scientist, someone like Edward can come up. When they say cybersecurity professional, Adedamola can come up, right? So it goes on and on. So essentially, that's exactly how this helps you. So now let's take a look at how you can also secure your spot in the course of this internship. The next cohort is starting in about 2 weeks' time. That's on the 8th of November. If my math is correct, that's about 2 weeks or so, right? So if you'd love to take advantage and join this next cohort, so EMA, I hope you're taking action today also. So if you'd love to take advantage and secure your spot, you can secure your spot today by enrolling, because we're running a discount. The original fee for enrolling is £500, but you can secure your spot with just £99 today, because the actual fee is £29, but the discount we're running, sorry, the actual fee is £500. The discount we're running makes you pay £299, right? So you're saving 40%. You're saving 40%. And the beautiful part is you are paying in installments. So you get to pay in 3 different installments. So if you secure your spot today, you will be able to get, you will be able to pay in one, you'll be able to pay £99, right? So how do you secure your spot, you might wonder. You see this link on my screen, right? You can use it. Now, this discount that we're running is only for a limited number of people, right? So I even forgot to update this. It is now down to 10 people, not 20 people, because people have been taking advantage of the discounts in the last couple of days. So I just dropped the payment link. So the exchange rate, this is in pounds. Are you not in the UK, Ngozi? So I'll show you how to also see the payment in other currencies, so you don't have anything to worry about. So let's say you click on the link that I just dropped in the chat, right? You will get redirected to this page that you see on my screen. That's the Amdari Enrollment Center, right? So regardless of the program you're coming in for, it is the same price. The discount applies to everybody. And this discount is just for the next 24 hours because we've been running it since the beginning of the week. That's one. Secondly, we are now down to just 10 slots for to be taken, right? Because we're making it limited, right? You can see that it's a large, huge slash. We slash it to 40% off. So let's say you want to enroll now and you click on the link I dropped and you're brought to this page. Select any of these depending on the program you want to enroll for and click on secure your internship. This button here, click on it. You will get redirected to this page that you see on my screen. On this page, you can see the breakdown of payments. You can see one-time payments, meaning you get to pay $299. You can see 2 monthly payments, meaning you get to pay $149. And then you can see 3 monthly payments, meaning you get to pay £99, right? So when you click on this, you would click on secure spots, just follow these steps and you're good to go. So once you click that, you see you paid 99.67 today. Your next payment is due on the 18th of November, and the next one after that is due on the 18th of December. So you click on proceed, right? Once you click on proceed, you will be redirected to fill this form that you see right here. So just fill it with your name, email address, and phone number, and then click on proceed. So once you click on proceed, you will be prompted to fill your card details, right? Ensure you fill your card details. Once you fill your card details and your payment is successful, you get automatically redirected to the enrollment form. Make sure you fill this form. It is super important, right? So fill this form with your
Okay, hello everyone. Please confirm you can hear me. I think Omome is having a slight connectivity issue, so we're just going to wait for her to come back. She'll be back in a few minutes. But while we're waiting for Omome to get back, let me just quickly share my screen and play a few testimonial videos that we probably haven't heard from our interns that have gotten jobs and are testifying about how amazing basically our program is at Amdari. So just a moment, please stick with us. I'm coming back in a few moments. Thank you so much.
Hi, Ladri. Thank you so much for joining us and congratulations on bagging a role as a data scientist. I am back. All right. So it's great to have you here. And thank you so much for making time out of your busy schedule to be here with us. So we'll go straight into the conversation. I wouldn't waste too much of your time. So I'd like to know what the challenge was that you faced before, start. All right. Thank you very much, Toby. So sorry about that. I honestly think my browser froze. So I was just, off the screen. So, but I'm back now, so I'll share my screen. Please confirm if you heard everything I said regarding how to secure your spot. Did you see where I was sharing the payment form? Because I'm not sure where people stopped hearing me. Okay, okay, all right. So this is sorry, the screen is coming up now. Coming up. Okay, it's up now. So you guys saw where when I got here, right? Did you see this? Just give me a thumbs up if you saw when I got here. Okay, thank you very much, Andrew. All right, awesome. So yeah, I was just saying that. So for you to actually secure your spot, all you have to do is just to fill this form, right? And you will get redirected to your enrollment becomes successful, and you receive it on the back end. Just fill it with your name, details, and everything like that. Click on next. Which program are you interested in? Select it, upload your payment receipt, type the name on the account you used in paying, read the terms and condition and click on yes, you've read it. And then how you found out about Amdari, select the one that applies to you. And then the duration, of course, being 4 months. And then click on next again. And the last page, when do you intend to start? Select 8th of November. I always say this, there is no better time to start than yesterday, right? Then also come here and type what influenced your decision to join the program. And then the session that influenced your decision is the Saturday info session, because by virtue of being on this call, this is the one you select. So just select Saturday info session right here and submit your form. And your payment is successful and your enrollment is also successful. So I will take your questions right now. So please indicate by raising your hand and I will attend to every question that I have. So please kindly indicate. Okay, beautiful. I think we already have one hand raised. Aisha too. Hi. Hello, Aisha. Toby, can they unmute? I'm not sure they can yet. Please allow them unmute so I can take Aisha. Then I'll come to, okay, yeah, Aisha, I figured. Toby, please allow them. Aisha, can you unmute now?
Yes, they can unmute.
Okay, I think you can now, Aisha.
Oh yeah, I can. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you, Aisha?
I'm good, yeah. Please, I'm just asking, is it possible to pay in Naira, like somebody in Nigeria to pay for me?
Yes, it is. So I think Aisha's network went off. Can anyone hear me? Because I can't hear Aisha again. Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear
so
you.
Aisha, I think, oh, okay, sorry. I think it just connected to my headset. Yeah, Aisha, I can hear you now. So you said, is it possible to pay in Naira, right?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So you can see right here, just a minute. So just type Naira and you will see it here. So just type it. So what you have to do is to come here and, here
And
like
change the
this and just
currency.
type, yeah, and change the currency. So it will show you.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And please, the second question I have, for example, I took the test and probably I've not done any of the business analysis data, and I've not done any of the course yet.
Okay.
So will this platform give me? That is why I'm joining, because I need to learn them so that will I learn them from scratch, or is for people that are already experienced?
Yeah. Okay, so experience meaning what, or experience learning? Because if you
Maybe
not
experience in learning,
learn,
not for work.
okay, experience is in learning. Yes, you need to have taken a course, even if it's foundational, right? Now, Amdari has a free crash course platform, but we just advise that you should have taken some form of foundational course. Then our crash course can still help you further develop your skill further, right? But we just need you to have done something foundational. So even if it's YouTube course you've taken, Udemy, Coursera, or you've gone to a boot camp, that's good enough to start this internship. But like if you've not done anything at all, we always advise, okay, go take a course first, and then you can jump on this internship. So this is the crash course side on Amdari website that I want to show you. So this is what it looks like, right? And you can see the crash courses that we have here. They are beginner, like it's starting from the scratch. You can see introduction to data engineering, introduction to cybersecurity. And that's how we have it for all. Sorry, I think I clicked on one of the courses. Yeah, I clicked. So, and that's how we have it for all the courses. It's all beginner course and they all have certificates, right? So, but we just advise that, okay, you can go take a course and then jump on the program. But in your case, you can enroll now, take the crash courses, and then start your internship maybe in like November, sorry, in like December, right? So you can try something like that. But to have access to this, you need to like secure your spot and enroll. And because this discount is even also for this period, I mean, you can enroll even if, okay, you want to still go take courses before you start. But trust me, within a month, taking the crash courses we have on this platform can really help you fast track. So you can start with that. I don't know,
Okay,
does that
thank
answer
you.
your question?
Yeah, it answers. But this question, these courses that you said, is it the paid courses that I need to enroll differently?
No. Your internship covers it's open and free to everybody. Yeah. But if you need some form of like, tutor-led type of training where that's for the course now. Your internship, yes, you have a team lead standard, it's human interaction type. For the crash courses on Amdari websites, they are self-paced, right? But if you're the type of learner that needs, that hand-holding, we have a sister company that I can also recommend you to. But the internship payment here does not cover for the training with our sister company. But the crash courses on this platform, your internship already covers for it. And like I said, all of these courses are beginner friendly. So it depends on how you learn, right? So, and that's where I will now recommend, this would work for you, but you need to start it for your internship. Does that answer your question?
All right. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Hi, Maureen. So, but before I move on, sorry, Aisha, what are you deciding? Do you want me to recommend you to our sister company or you want to start with this?
Actually, I'm just trying to digest it. I don't know. Probably maybe after the class, if you can have a chat.
Okay. Yeah, you can
talk,
actually book. Yeah, just click on this link that my colleague is dropping for clarity booking. So I'll be available 1 p.m. Mondays to Fridays, so you can have the conversation. So yeah,
Okay,
you can
please,
actually click on. Yeah, so Toby, please drop the Calendly booking link so she can do. So she will drop it right now. So for anybody that has further questions that you need to ask, she just dropped it. So please just use it and book clarity with us for the week. Okay. So I have some questions in the chat before I come to Maureen. I have paid, but I didn't see screenshots. I didn't screenshot the page. I have attached a screenshot from my bank to prove I paid. Okay, awesome. Good to lay it. Welcome on board, by the way. So I'll check the backend to see if we have received your enrollment. But welcome on board, like I said. Okay, I've not actually seen it. Did you use this name? I'm not sure you used this name. I've not seen your name. So maybe you're still filling the form. You can still continue. You're still filling, right? So yeah, amazing. So moving on to the other question, Rakesh says, are you providing live project? 100% Rakesh, 100. Every project is real-time live project that you're solving. So that's why there is, you presenting to stakeholders and all of that. Okay, okay, Elisha, let me see that. Yeah, 100%. I've seen you. I can also see Adebimpe has enrolled. What's the timetable like? Okay, Martins, it's very flexible. You're expected to commit at least 1 hour per day to the program. It is Mondays to Fridays for you to show up, or you can commit 1 hour per day. And I believe we all have like personal development time, right? Maybe like that period where we just used to like learn something, or so you can pick that hour to work on your task or project. But within that week, you meet twice with your team members and your team lead, right? So during those meetings, you guys have the normal team interaction. Or even when you guys are not meeting, that's why you have your WhatsApp group, right? For you guys to interact as a team. So now, those days that you guys have meetings, which is twice in a week, your team lead is not even the one that would say, oh, this is the time you guys must meet. No, your team lead will just work with a time that you all have selected, that this time works for us and this day works for us. Then your team lead will adopt to that time and work with you guys for your meetings. And these meetings are pretty much for updates, like any company where you're having stand-up meetings and all, where you guys will just discuss updates on what you're working on, what you've completed, if you have bottleneck, or if you're struggling with anything. So that's the essence of having that interaction with your team, right? So but it's very flexible. So we don't impose the meeting time on you because we understand that you have your 9 to 5 or your shift job or you're doing masters and you have school work and everything. So we make it very, very accommodating. But in case you miss any meeting, because it can happen, something can come up for you like impromptu session meeting for work or family related stuff. In case you miss a meeting, there is also something we call office hour. That's the time that your team is available to have a conversation with you. So you can always book that session with them. And most times it's one-on-one, so you can have a conversation with them. So again, you can't really miss anything during this internship because if you miss your meetings, you have your office hour with your team. All right. So does that answer your question, Martins? Okay, so let me take Maureen now. Hi, Maureen. Okay, amazing. So Martins, hope you're joining us also. Maureen, please go ahead.
Hi, Omomi. Good evening, everyone. I think you've answered pretty much most of the questions. One was basically the structure of the internship, the other flexibility. And I was going to get the course page, but I don't know, it just went off. I couldn't capture so much. Then is there any form of follow-up contact? Should in case one would want to drop just a quick question or quick clarity rather than having to wait for you maybe because I think I just checked now your Calendly and it has just 1 o'clock every day or something like that. So is there any time that one could just message you or any other person?
Yes. So my colleagues will drop their number in the chat. So Umi, I don't know if Umi is here or Rita or Zulia. One of you can drop your number, please, for Maury. So they are the team members that you can easily reach out to. And if you need to speak to me for that, they will let me know and they will share my number with you and they will also share your number with me. So Umi or Rita or Zulia, if you're here, please drop your number for Maureen so that she can have that. Toby, you can also please share any of their numbers. Okay, you can also share any of their numbers. But actually, another thing, Maureen, as long as you fill that form, please ensure that as long as you fill the form, that's the attendance form, we will definitely call you. So I don't know, did you fill the form?
Yeah, I've done that already. I did that.
Okay, they will definitely call you. Yeah. So, but Umi just dropped her number now, just in case you want to still reach out to us. So please, you can just call Umi. So that's the number right there. Okay, amazing. Titi Laya says, I'm interested, but I don't have money now. When can I join? Okay, Titi, when do you plan to join? So I can note that down and we can most likely reserve the spot for you. Right? So you can let me know when you want to join so we can reserve the spot for you so that you can also, be able to use the discount. Because like I said, we're closing the discount soon. Martins, I am joining and would like to start in December. Said, okay, that's amazing. So, but the discount is only within this period, by the way, if you want to take advantage, right? So I'm not sure we would have it in December. Yes, you can pay by month end, Martins. You can pay by month end. That's totally fine. So we'll just note that down. All right. Hello, Obaru.
Okay, thank you so much, Omori, for the presentation. And I've actually joined. For me, I've done what's it called, Google certification. Just like what you said concerning, you spoke to someone and the person said he can't even remember some of the tools he's using currently. So how can someone like me that have done Google certification, though I've registered for GRC, and how can one keep up with these tools even within that 4 months of you people prepping us for job preparation and the rest? We know how this job voting is in the UK. Sometimes it takes a bit longer. I know you people say some people have landed job 2 months into their workspace and the rest. So for people like us that comes in and go in this aspect, how do we do it? How do we tackle this whole thing? Is it that the mentor will be with us even after the program, even our search for job and everything? How do you that is into the field, how can I navigate my way to even when I'm into the field, and how soon can I start looking for job? Because me, I'm looking for job sponsorship.
Yeah. So whether you get a job in the course of the internship or after, the team will also always be there to assist you, right? So in the course of your internship, how soon can you start applying to jobs? From your fifth week. That's why I said earlier that by then you've worked on about 2 projects. So, and we've already revamped your CV because we revamped your CV at the end of week 4. Everything else that happens is CV update, right? CV update, because the more projects you work on, they all need to reflect, right? So because we revamped it does not mean that you should leave it at what was there as at the first 4 weeks in the program. No, you need to continue to revamp, update your CV rather. Now we make sure that your CV is up to date and reflecting every project you're working on and have worked on. And then even after your internship, you have an interview. You have an interview coming up. You can reach out to Amdari that, oh, can you prep me for interview? Yes. That's why I also said earlier that your reference letter is available even 2 years after the internship. So everything does not end with the internship. We also have like an alumni community. That's where we get to onboard everybody that is done with an internship so that you know that we're still with you. Should in case you need help on the job support, in case you even get a job before the end of the internship and you need on the job support, you can reach out to us via this platform. And another thing I love to say is this internship is you coming in to build a professional network. So it's not like, oh, after the internship, all ties are cut. Every access is revoked to whether Amdari platform, that's the portfolio now, for example. You still have
Yeah,
access
that
to the
was
portfolio website, even. Yeah.
yeah, that was my fear. That was my fear. Like after the
Yeah.
intake, everything is
No, you
called.
still have access to your portfolio website. You still have access to Amdari team. And remember that whoever you're working with as team lead, it's like working in any company. As long as you guys have a good working relationship, even when people resign from places, you build some form of relationship that can be long lasting, right? You can always reach out to them because now they are your community, they are your network. So it's not a case of, oh, but I'm not, I'm working there again. I can't reach out to them. And that's why I showed us a screenshot where see the conversation between Brown and his intern, where the person was like 1 year and oh, that's to show you the relationship built. See the one with Emeka and also Jerry, that's to show you the one the relationship. There is even one, I wish I had it on my slide, where the intern was like, Mama, your girl has gotten a job. Please, she's not a girl. It was just I wanted to say, Mama, your girl has gotten a job. So she was like, Mama, your girl has gotten a job. This is the intent to her team. Talks about relationship. I don't think you feel that, oh, after the internship, somebody like that had that good relationship and not reach out to our teammate. No, that's not the case. And I was still speaking to one of our teammates that work with interns, and he said something. He said that
you guys be coming upstairs.
oh, sorry, that's the noise from Paige then. So Paige, sorry, let me mute you. So as I was saying, right? So he was like, there is something very interesting with him and his interns that it's like he knew them outside of Amdari. Like you would forget that I actually met these people here and we built a relationship here. So do you think that these people will not be able to reach out to Mohammed? Because this person speaking is Mohammed, one of our teammates, right? And he was like, honestly, I always forget that this internship at Amdari is what made me know a lot of these people, right? So you build a good relationship. So you have nothing to worry about in terms of, can I still reach out to you guys? Can I still get help with my interview prep? Can I still get help with my CV revamp or my LinkedIn, my CV update or my LinkedIn optimization or interview prep? Yes, you can get help. Just reach out. You have your people already. So trust me, you don't know them yet, or you would know them.
I don't know them yet anyway. I really start for
Yeah.
GR. We have trust. We know them. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right. Ensure you fill the form, by the way. Or have you filled the form?
Yes, I've done everything.
Okay.
I've registered for GRC and I love the response I'm getting from the lady that I don't know, I don't know, is Zara or something. She
Zulia.
responds very fast. And she was the one that activated my account. My account was not activated. She was the one that did it today for me.
Oh,
And
okay, yeah. I think I remember you now. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, amazing. Welcome on board, Karo.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll take few more questions and then you can actually book clarity session with us.